Okay, record button is hit. So, all right then, let's do this thing. Wow. Okay, let's do this. You know how this was gonna go out tonight? Don't know how many people, if some may call in later on this show, to talk about it. But yes, this is the Royal Rumble review 2022. This is gonna be a lot to say about this: the good, the bad, the ugly, everything about the Royal Rumble and whatnot. So we got a lot to say about this show tonight. But first, let my co-host introduce himself as usual. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Bryce. My name is Kyle. Um, yeah, I'm a regular on this show. Yeah, the Royal Rumble was okay, I guess. Had its ups, it had its downs, but it was okay.
I was up and down at the same time. Some may have thought it was worse. Um, People that have been on this show I know have already told me that they've already given it a 1 out of 5 and whatnot. That it was a terrible show, and whatnot. And I can't get mad at that all the way. But it is a lot to say about this very, very long show, just from title matches to the Rumble matches, just to anything on this show. Okay, so we're gonna get into it right now. So like I said, I don't got much to say about pre-shows. Not that it was any pre-show matches, but let's get to the main show, which the first match was, which I was actually kind of surprised, but the Universal title on the line, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns, this was a match I was looking forward to.
Agreed.
And remember, I kept on telling you. I remember when I first saw the match, I had hit you up and I said, "Hey," I had said I wanted to see this match more than I wanted to see the Bobby and Brock Lesnar match." And you was like, "What?" And I was dead serious. I was so serious, and I wasn't disappointed. And the crazy part about it, we had a talk before we started recording. Like the match was good. The match was good. A lot of near falls, a lot of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
The I I couldn't really pick apart that match. I don't think I could pick a bad part of that match unless we talking about the DQ finish. That's the only thing. But under
Because
the fight, that was a very good match.
yes, agreed. Overall, I thought it was great. It was like you said, a lot of storytelling in it. Seth Rollins coming out to the Shield music and the Shield gear coming through
Yeah,
the crowd, which I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, okay, that's great because like the guy was already just dressed as the Joker, last night on SmackDown, and whatnot, and just mocking Roman, laughing. So now he came out like I said, dressed, he was Shield Seth Rollins again. I'm surprised he didn't have the blonde streak in his hair like he did before.
right. He should have did that and put the blonde streak on his hair. He should have did that.
Because, one thing coming into the show, and especially, these matches, some would wonder, it was a lot of heel versus heels on here when you think about it. If, you know, that has changed now at this point, because even at one point, I'm like, okay, so who's the face here between Roman and Seth? That's what I was wondering at first. Like, because, like, this is heel versus heel, right? And
I
like you
think
said,
it was a lot of
I
shade of gray.
go ahead.
I think it was a lot of shades of gray.
It was like, who do you really root for and
Hmm.
whatnot? Because, like I said, from the stories they've told with both of them and, past matches like they brought up and stuff, and especially, the Shield ending with Seth taking them out and stuff, which, you look at Roman, like say, you look at the reaction that, he would never forgive him what happened. I'm like, well, you kind of got to take his side. Like, he did betray the Shield. He's got a point. You did betray him and Ambrose, Moxley, which I've said this before throughout this entire feud. They have done their best not to even mention, you know, Dean Ambrose, John
Mentioned it
Moxley, whatever you
one
want to
time.
call it.
They mentioned it one time.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that?
Seth
Yeah.
Seth did say Mox.
Yeah. And that's about it. I think, I think once they went to the back that night, I guess Vince was like, "Oh no, we ain't gonna do that again." But I love this feud. I loved it from top to bottom, from when it started to now, because it was one of the best storytellers by WWE in a long, long time. It was a story told itself. You know, he going against the guy who mentally broke him. You
Yep,
know,
and the whole betray the brothers thing, and you saw throughout the match with Seth just laughing at him several times and putting out the fist, trying to do the fist bump and stuff. And you just see Roman very conflicted, even him going for the spear, and Seth countering that into a pedigree. That it was like there was a lot of story and whatnot. And he said, I always love you." He kept saying, holding out his fist, and Reigns just very conflicted half the time.
I think my favorite part of the match, actually, I'll say my second favorite part of the match, when Roman Reigns was he was on top, but and so he about to get ready for that spear, that second spear, and Seth went straight into his pedigree. That was my second one, and my first favorite part of the match when Roman locked on the guillotine, he wouldn't let go. The referee said, "Let go, Roman." He said he won't let me let it go. I
Yeah.
was busting up laughing.
He said, "You won't let me let it go."
I was on the floor laughing. I was like, "Oh man, this story here, I love it. I
He
love
was
it."
like, it looked like the referee kind of helped him, because when you saw him lift Seth's hands up, almost like he threw his hand into the rope.
Yeah, I thought so too. Like he didn't let it go naturally, like a let go, let it fall down. It's like he just threw his hand on the rope, like this where your hand is supposed to be at. But other than that, I really like this match. I wasn't disappointed. People probably were disappointed with the DQ finish. I know, and I think it's because WWE kind of wore us out with the DQ finishes, man. Like
A lot
you,
lately.
you right, and so if you keep on getting something a lot, and then when you really need it, like tonight, everybody's still gonna boo you because we seen it 5,000 times already. If you ain't doing that much before and then use it for tonight, then we'll be like, good job. You know what I'm saying? That was a good job. But since we seen DQ finishes on Raw, DQ finishes on SmackDown, we don't want to see a DQ finish at the Royal Rumble. Not one of your biggest pay-per-views of the year. Like, no.
Because obviously now this just protects Seth and to get him most likely at Elimination Chamber now, and they will have a rematch and whatnot. But at the same time, like you said, is it really a good idea to do a DQ finish at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
Because even I kind of called bullshit on that.
But do you hear the crowd?
Oh
Did
yeah,
you?
they were fucking pissed.
They were mad. And they went back to the Roman suck chant. And I love how Roman played that too. I love how his face expression. Roman Roman is Roman it came to his own with this character. Because this character right here is the best Roman. Because he played to that crowd. He played to that crowd. Once they started saying Roman suck, it's his fault. It's his fault.
He
I'm
did
like,
this.
there we
He did
go.
this.
There we go, Roman. See, I know he has to switch it up. Like, hold on, wait a second. They said Roman sucks. All right, I know how to play this.
And
Yeah,
then him hitting with Seth with the chair several times was payback for all those years ago.
uh-huh. That was good.
Like, this is everything for what you did, especially take me out with the chair. I even said, like, he did it for Moxley. He did it for him. This is for me. This is for me and Dean. Like, that's what I felt like he did it for and whatnot. So him beating him with the chair several times, like I said, it was a call back to, kind of him finally getting his revenge and whatnot. But yeah, I think the most disappointing thing, especially like I said, it's a terrible finish when you look at it. just doing a DQ, but from a story perspective, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't bad, and it's like you just gotta see. Here's the thing: you you gonna have to take the good with the bad with this one. You just gonna have to. It's like I know the DQ finish is not an ideal finish, but at the same time, it's like what else? Like what else? What route they were gonna take other than a clean finish over Seth? Which Seth don't really get that often. Like people gotta understand, Seth
Yeah.
is a top guy, Joe. He's a top guy. He's up there with Roman. He don't get pinned that often. He don't submit. I haven't seen that man submit in years. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
he's a top guy. It's like Seth don't get treated like a jabroni around for real.
Like
And
you
people
said,
don't
like he
that.
was protected and whatnot. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
was protected.
protected.
Yeah, so they basically gonna do this, like I says, at Elimination Chamber. I don't really want to
Mm-hmm.
see it in Saudi Arabia, but Blood Money 7. But
Yeah.
that's looks like where it's gonna have to be is at the next Blood Money show
Yep. And
and
so
stuff.
yeah, like I said, I ain't had too much problem with the match. What about you?
Like I said, I enjoyed the match. I didn't like the finish.
Same here. Same here.
That's my only thing. Like that was the thing. I'm like, dude, it's the beginning of the show. We're already doing DQ finishes. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, because even I'm like, does Seth really need to be protected? But they want to continue this, so okay. Which I'm wondering. We're gonna get into more of that later on because I want to see how this is gonna play into the next story coming up. But let's get to the next thing. The women's Royal Rumble match. Wow, there's gonna be a lot of shit to say about this.
Oh well, yeah. The crazy part about it, they started off. They gave us a good number one entrance, and that was Sasha Banks, and she came out dressed like Sailor
Sailor
Moon.
Moon. Yeah,
Like,
Sailor
I like
Moon.
I like that. That was that brought a smile to my face because I remember when I was a shorty watching that back in the day.
Yeah, I remember it on Toonami.
But
Yeah.
then they gave us Melina afterwards. Melina still could go because she still signed with the NWA.
Yeah, she was there not that long. Yeah, we've seen her on NWA. We've seen her on Impact. Wasn't she supposed to come back to the WWE like many months ago? It was rumored about her coming back, but
Yeah,
no,
I heard
and
about
it
that.
just never happened then.
Yeah, she never showed up.
Yeah, because the only time I remember they brought her was for like 5 seconds on that little Raw reunion show, and that was it. And nothing never really happened after that. So it was rumored at one point she was going to be back. But like I said, we've seen her on NWA, we've seen her on Impact, and probably other shows and whatnot. And I'm sure some people were mad because we didn't get the camera shot of her doing the splits, and it was not pointing at her ass.
Man, they but we out the era. We out the era
Oh
now. You
yes,
know what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
we got to remember we're out that, or everyone will get offended. Apparently,
Yeah, you already know they not gonna. They weren't gonna show that. They were gonna let you. They were gonna let her do the split and be flexible because that was a famous part of her entrance. But they ain't gonna let you see the butt again like they used to back in the day. They ain't like nah, this ain't '08, this ain't '09 no more.
oh yeah, that's true. And it was cool seeing the entrance again with the paparazzi and whatnot. And
that was cool.
Melina, she still looks good and whatnot. Thick
She
as hell.
she is boy. I ain't man boy. I ain't. She was never that thick when she back in the day. She was never that thick. She had a nice. She was nice back in the day, but she thick now. I'm like, oh okay. I
Yup.
guess
And
you see Maryse. That's another girl who got thick. You know what I'm saying? Like
true.
Maryse, it's another one who got thick. Now I'm like, oh whoa, it's Maryse. But she was. Melina was instantly eliminated. Instantly, it wasn't even.
Now some I don't mean to cut you off, but like some believe that was a botch apparently of her getting eliminated.
I think so too. And it looked like it. It looked like it.
Why
About
she start? Why she just start doing the split stand off the apron?
and then there we go, bingo. And so and I thought so too. But they played it off so well. Her and Sasha played it off so well. So I thought it was a regular elimination. Like, oh, okay, I guess this was part of it, but it didn't look right. It just didn't look right.
It didn't, and you know I'm gonna get to Sasha. We're gonna get back to her in the next few minutes, especially the part everyone's talking about, because I know what's her name has something to say something, but I'm gonna get to that in a few minutes. But number 3 was Tamina. Oh,
Tamina.
it's gonna be a lot to say about Tamina. Um,
You know, what I was talking about throughout the whole night. I was texting you, like,
yeah,
somebody get this girl out. Why she keep on breaking up eliminations?
several
Like,
people told me about Tamina tonight.
why she keep on breaking up eliminations? Like, come on now, man. Like, that didn't make no sense. That didn't make no sense at all, bro. Why is she doing this? Every time somebody about to get over the top rope, here she is. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, what was up with that? 4 was Kelly.
Kelly? Oh,
She looked kind of rough out there.
did she? Did she?
The minute she hit the ropes, I knew it wasn't going that good.
I knew it. See, I thought I was the only one. As soon as she hit those ropes, started running the ropes, I was like, oh, nah.
Even that Hurricane Rana didn't look that good.
No.
So funny, she looked better in the past couple of last Rumbles than this one.
Right. It probably didn't do any probably didn't practice or anything. You know what I'm saying? Some
Oh,
of those
yeah.
girls come back and practice throughout the week or the week before and still try to get the ring run. She probably didn't do none of that.
Or just got called in today.
Right.
Well, I don't even want to say called in today because it was already announced she was going to be in.
I know. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. What they were talking about a couple of weeks ago. Were they just talking about Mickey James was going to be in there?
Yeah, so it's not, it ain't even been like it's like she had time, but man, that did not look good. And like I said, she was already eliminated by Sasha. 5 was Aaliyah. I don't get why they doing this Aaliyah 317 shirt, which just is bad as the Sheamus 515 shirt.
I guess I think that's the time that she beat Natalia.
Yep, that's what it is for 3.17 seconds.
But can I say this? I hope I'm not controversial with this. I don't think she that good.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Aaliyah
Really.
was never really that good in NXT. That's why Aaliyah was down at NXT for like 7-8 years. Like
I know my brother
Aaliyah
told
was never really that good. She didn't really start getting good until, towards the end of a little NXT run. And then they finally put on the main roster. But Aaliyah had been there for a very long time in NXT and did not really progress.
and it's showing. It's showing now. It's like she still haven't progressed. And I don't know what she is. Like I don't know what character is she. What are you? Like who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like you feel what I'm saying, Bryce. Like I
Yep.
don't know who you are. Who are you? Yeah, like this. She just got this bubbly personality. I guess she probably be happy to be there. So I don't know. But I'm just not feeling the character. I'm not feeling the in ring work. I'm just not really feeling it. I just she beginning to look like she just there for eye candy.
Low key. That's
Yeah,
true.
because to be honest with you, what does she do?
Good
What
question.
the last match she had was with Natalia a couple of weeks ago with the 3.17 seconds match. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and she was only out there for those few seconds, and she was done. Like what was the point of this? But yes, she stayed in there for like at least like 10 minutes, right?
No, she was there longer.
Oh well, oh okay then, because I thought.
She was in it for a minute, and we'll get back to her.
All right, so number 6 is
Liv
Liv Morgan.
Morgan.
I'm surprised, real talk. To be honest with you, I am very surprised they didn't do more with her in this match. They had her stay in there for a while, but You know, I was very surprised that they didn't do more with her. To be perfectly honest with you, though, I don't think I don't think they done with her yet. They gonna have a women elimination chamber match, right? Hopefully,
I'm
right?
assuming so.
She winning it.
Really.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna get to who I think gonna win. I think Bianca gonna win if they put it in there.
Bianca. All right.
That's who I
So
think will win and whatnot. But Liv was in there. We'll come back to her. But yeah, she was in there for a minute.
yeah,
Seven was Zelina Vega or Queen Zelina, which once again, like I said, Tamina's just saving everybody apparently.
yeah. Because she was on the verge of getting knocked out. Count Tamina. Like Tamina, ain't Tamina, the object of the match to get as many people out of the ring.
That's saving everybody. And with that save, it helped Zelina eliminate Sasha Banks.
Bingo. That's what happened. And so
And
that's what everybody was talking about, huh?
I'm sure that pissed off a lot of people. I read that Gail Kim was kind of pissed off at that tonight also online because she was not happy about Melina and Sasha getting eliminated like that. She was not a fan.
Gil, one, Sasha just got back from an injury last night. Last night.
Yeah,
I heard the injury wasn't no baby injury either. You know what I'm saying? So I think me personally, my opinion, I think she still was recovering a little bit from that injury. Because you see, she ain't really do much. She
yeah,
didn't
because I was
do
surprised she
Meteora.
was gone so early.
Right. She didn't do her Meteora. She didn't do all the Sasha Banks moves. She didn't even do none of the Sasha Banks moves.
It's
So
like we
I
needed a body.
there we go. And Sasha, could you come back and fight through the pain a little bit because she didn't do much, and then they barely how they eliminated her. It, it was soft. It wasn't like she got thrown like Dana Brooke. She didn't get thrown like her.
That was rough.
but but yeah, Selena ain't too much to talk about. What did she do?
Yeah, yeah, like I said, what did she really do? And like I said, it just wasn't in there that long. And it's kind of crazy she gets eliminated before Bianca comes out. I'm sure people would have expected a stare down with both of them again. Like the
Yeah,
minute she got eliminated, Bianca came out number 8.
yeah, number 8, Bianca Belair. Bianca stayed it up for a long, long time.
Bianca was basically there near damn near the end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And I was surprised that they didn't give her that 2 times. But I kinda figured, like I don't think they should have even though I was surprised, I don't think they should have did it. I don't think they should have did it. Because to be honest with you, one is enough. And I don't think she needed a 2 back to back, especially when you got how young the women's Royal Rumble match is. Like the women's Royal Rumble match ain't number like it came out in 2018. So
yep.
do you need a 2-time women's Royal Rumble winner right now? No, I don't think so. So
No, but I wouldn't have been mad at the same time if she won it back to back though.
not really. No, no, no. It's Bianca Belair.
And
I,
like and like you said, we gonna come back to Bianca, but like I get your point though too, because 9 was Dana Brooke. I know they had Reginald out there with her. Um, 10 was Michelle McCool.
hey,
Uh, doing her faith breaker move and even throwing Dana Brooke, which Reginald did catch her, and whatnot. But then she got eliminated again after like leaping off the rope and what Michelle threw her out, and like I said, she landed hard.
on her face bounced off that ground, bro. And that's why Reggie went over. I don't know what you noticed. Reggie went over there several times to check on her.
I got knocked out, damn near.
He went over there several times to check on her. And then he picked her up and everything, got her to sit down and everything. But other than that, I I want to say something about Michelle McCool. Real talk. I want to say something about it. That Faith Breaker sound clash, that was smooth. She
Yeah,
went. she went into that transition smooth. I thought she would probably have some little ring rust because she ain't been in the ring over 10 years. So I
Nah, she was in the ring the last
the
time she was in the ring, she was in one of the Rumbles. I know that.
there's a Royal. Yeah, I keep on forgetting that. But you know what I'm saying? Like in a match, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, in a regular match. So
She
Michelle
was
was in there for a while, and she still kind of got it. I'm almost surprised we didn't hear more Undertaker chants out there.
me too. Me too. Because she didn't force it like some other people that we about to mention soon. We gonna get to her. She didn't force her husband name or her husband anything to be chanting because I, she thinking to herself like people know who I am. They mess with me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so they know she is and whatnot. It's not like they don't know, but yeah,
Right.
you know, like I said, she was out there for a while.
Yeah, yeah, she was. She
Uh,
was.
11 was Sonya Deville, who immediately went to the broadcast team.
Because she
She had
said
that
with the
jacket
jacket
on.
on, she corporate with the jacket it's on. When she jacket is off, she ready to fight. So she had a jacket on. I'm like, oh, okay. It was so funny how she has um nah, I'm gonna jump
We gonna get to
on
we gonna get to her.
that.
But she sat for the table. 12 was Natalia, which there's another one that lasted for a long time that I didn't think was gonna be there for a long time. And she ended up eliminating Tamina, which so funny. My friend Steve brought up like it was already bad. Sasha was eliminated early, but Tamina was in there longer than Sasha in the
Yeah,
Rumble.
yeah, I thought so too. I'm like, man, wait a second, why Tamina in here longer than Sasha Banks? Well, what
Like
Tamina gonna do?
that's what I was wondering. Like I'm surprised she was in there that long. 13 was Cameron. 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 The last time I saw her, she was in AEW for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, for a couple of minutes. And she
Listen,
thought
man,
pop, and nobody knew who she was, barely.
out to like the whole Funkadactyls theme song, Ernest Miller and whatnot. And dude, Cameron wasn't good when she was in the WWE. I still go back to her pinning Naomi on her stomach and trying to tell the referee to count and you be like count what? Like Cameron was just never really that good. And I think she
But
got fired because what? Didn't she like side with Ryback or something?
yeah, and
If I
so but this is the same girl who said Alicia Fox and Melina was like her favorite match. It's
yeah.
like, come on, now, like it. She said that like if she said that's her favorite match, what 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 can we expect from her in the ring? It ain't like she looking up to people who could go in the ring.
Yep, and that's true. Cause like shit, I'm just saying, like, yeah, what was she really going up to like that?
Who
And
she looking up to? She said her favorite match was Alicia Fox and Melina. Those two, she looking up to those. She looking up to them. Yeah, Alicia Fox could probably teach you how to do a mean Northern Light suplex. That was her favorite move. She knew how to do that suplex very well. But other than that, no, like come on, like Cameron was just there. I'm like, man, I don't know. I just never saw the appeal of Cameron,
I
and
I
why
I
she's all
I
coming
never
back
did.
into the wrestling business, I don't know.
I don't know either because even I was surprised to see her on AEW, and even I was like, she's still really not that good. Like she wasn't good before. I almost thought they signed her to AEW at one point because I'm like, what the fuck, like. I was just surprised to see her. And like I said, it didn't last that long. And then, WWE calls her and stuff. And then, they kept saying, she was friends with Naomi and whatnot. Like, I'm like, was
Uh,
she still really friends in the end before she got released? Because I could have swore they broke up the Funkadactyls and
they,
they went their separate ways.
yeah, and I was thinking the same thing, and I
And
was
and
thinking. once they started using it, that's what I knew it was a storyline. I was like, oh man, here we go. All right, so they're supposed to let Sonya Deville come in. Because I was thinking to myself, like, why y'all mention that? They don't talk to
And, yeah, and Deville's like, oh, she's a friend, she's a friend, she's a friend, she's a friend. Oh, I'll be right back.
it.
And then the minute she's gone, Naomi comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to my boy about that too. While I was watching the Miz and Edge match, and I was telling him, I'm like, as soon as she got rid of Karen, here come Naomi, and
And
he
that's
was
gonna be a lot of that with people coming out that would just coincidentally come out next in.
right. And look, man, I'm not a person who believes in coincidence. It's like, come on, now. Like, if let's just say if I was a casual fan and I wasn't a hardcore fan, do you want me to believe that y'all didn't set this up at all? Because you clearly set this up for Cameron to get thrown out the ring. Naomi didn't come out there. Then she didn't even talk to Cameron. She went over there to Cameron for 2 seconds,
And
said
got in
something,
the ring.
and got back in the ring.
And you know, it's cool that the crowd did pop for Naomi, but the crowd always likes Naomi. They just don't, like, the companies don't know where to push her half the time. But the
Yeah, they don't know
crowd
what to,
usually loves Naomi.
yeah.
And, like, you know, she ends up eliminating Sonya because honestly, I'm wishing this feud would end at this point. Like,
It's
because,
not.
you know, even when I talked to my friend earlier today, he was like, did anybody really ever know why she really fucked with Naomi this long?
No, nobody knew the real reason why she was messing with Naomi. Nobody got a real reason. Why did you target her? Why did you target her?
Some people thought it was some racist shit without saying it's racist.
Shoot, man, you will make my mind go there. You will make me think that it's a racist stuff because you won't have a reason to mess with this black girl.
Even I'm like, what is the point of all this? Because it's like every week it's like, okay, Naomi gets screwed again. Naomi gets screwed again. And then she finally wins last night. She finally wins. But no, we still got to continue this one way or another.
Yep.
And it's
So
like it still continues because I will start the Bills just gonna take Naomi out of Rumble on SmackDown, saying, you know what, you're not gonna be in the Rumble now. That's what I kind of
oh,
expected to happen.
I thought, nah, Bryce. What I thought though, what she was going to say last night when she was about to do the promo was, "Oh, Naomi, I got a surprise for you. You gonna be number one." And that's what I thought she was going to do. I thought she was going to put Naomi at the number one entrance, like the second tour.
Yep, that's true. Um, that is absolutely. I would have expected that put in number one, but no, Deville just said she's gonna be in herself then. But you know, because like who was next after that? 15 was Carmella, who immediately went to the broadcast table just to talk to Corey Graves, of
Mm-hmm.
course. And put on her weird like mask and whatnot because what Rhea Ripley was 16, ended up throwing Carmella back in the ring, and then what Carmella and Zelina tried to jump Ripley, but Ripley took both of them out, and you was like, kill the tag belts, kill the fucking belts, kill
Kill,
the
kill
just
the
kill.
tag team champions. Why would just kill the belts? The tag team champions don't matter. That's what y'all just telling me, basically, because one woman beat up both tag team champions and eliminated them. So that's what y'all just basically said they weak.
Made them look like
Just kill
shit.
them. We
Just
don't
kill them.
have no tag.
There is no tag teams.
We don't have no tag team. We don't. We don't have none. None. You just broke up one again 2 weeks ago. You just broke up one of them. And there's no tag team, so ain't no point in having these damn belts, man. Please just get rid of them, man.
Kill it. Just kill the fucking tag team. It doesn't make any sense anymore. Okay. Because who was next? 17, Charlotte. Woo. Okay, God mode time.
Oh yeah, she went into God mode. Oh, that she
Time to
did.
make everybody
I
use
mean,
Charlotte. She will for that sale.
the
She
crazy
will
part about
that.
She didn't. She didn't start doing her. She didn't start doing her damage until towards the end, because she was
She
basically
threw
selling.
Immediately as she got in the ring. She took out Aaliyah.
I mean, that's Aaliyah. We talk about damage, bro. Damage. Aaliyah ain't no damage. It, she was selling most of the time. She like until she started really eliminated. Who she eliminated first when she got back up. Because when she got back up, she started eliminating people again. But they, I was like, man, for most of that part of that match, Charlotte was like in a corner somewhere. I'm like, why is she in this corner? Every time she would get up, she had somebody else would pretend like they were about to throw her out. You know how that is. You know that rest spot where they
True.
pretend like they throwing her out. They did that like 5,000 times to her. Like, dang, how long y'all gonna be in a rest spot?
That's true. And I think it's kind of crazy also. I know we talked about this before. Like, she's the champion, okay? So
Why
they
she was
obviously
match unless the title was on the line.
yeah, because it's like they had nobody to face her one on
Nope.
one. So we just gonna put you in the Rumble, even though you're the champion.
It's Bryce. I'm telling you right now. I'm almost to that point that, man, WWE, y'all running out of bodies for the women. Y'all really are. Y'all just gained one back. Y'all better be lucky. Y'all better be counting y'all lucky stars that girl came back tonight.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to her too.
Get
But
to her. But who y'all got for SmackDown?
shit, that's a good question. Who the fuck we got? Who Charlotte ain't beat yet?
Did she beat Aaliyah?
I'm not yet one on one, but I'm sure she will, and it won't take that long.
Yeah, throw her out there. Go ahead, go.
Cause like Charlotte, and then I know she went back and forth with Naomi out there, and it looked they were about to do the Naomi save spot, but once again Deville gets involved and takes out Naomi, so Naomi screwed again.
And the crazy part about it, she didn't really get her footed on the rope, really. She was trying to. She was trying to get that footing, but her footing kept on slipping off. Yeah, her foot kept on slipping off that bottom rope.
That's
But
true.
who else we got here? Oh, we got
18 was Ivory.
right to censor. Oh my god,
Right to censor
that
Ivory.
was that was a nostalgia pop right there. That was a nostalgia pop right there.
It's so funny. Right to censor ended up kind of winning in the end, in the long term.
Yeah, it did. It did it. If
They
right
really
to
did. They
would have
did
just
censor a lot of stuff.
right. Hey, and this is the racist system picture of the WWE back in the day. People don't even understand it. Like you got to look at it like that. Like, yeah, this was their vision. Women matches. That's what they wanted. No bra and panty matches, and well, we got rid of that. Um, no porn stars as the wrestlers.
Yeah, it's,
So,
it's not like Jasmine St. Clair is out there, okay?
so guess what? They won.
They did when you think about it, like they really did. And she just came out because I was expecting just Ivory, with the purple towel to come out there and do something, but she just really just came out there and cut a promo and you're all
Yeah.
little girls, and then Ripley just picks her up and pats her on the head, and says, "How dare you?" and just just knocks out the ring.
Man, that was cool right there. She ain't really, she ain't really have to do much. It was the sound should pop. Everybody hear the righteous sense of music. And really not music, just a damn siren.
Yeah, because I admit that was pretty funny. 19, Brie Bella, and this is where I went into burying mode right here. And you question, yeah, you question me saying, why do you go against the Bellas so
No,
much?
no,
Because even,
no, 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 no. This what I really would asking. I like. I know they suck. I know. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not defending that. You know damn well I'm not defending that. But I wanted to know, like, since we know they suck, like, why you like hate them so much? Like, we know they suck. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know. I saw they matches, especially Brie, especially
Oh,
Brie.
oh God, you got to be whew, shit, man. You better hope you can live through that match. Hope you make it out alive.
They ain't have her do too much to anybody. They ain't
And
have her do too much.
she basically was like
With
Brian
those
2.0 out
forearms.
there.
Oh my God! Did you see how weak those forearms were looking? I'm like, oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God! Y'all throw some punches. Throw some punches. Stop throwing those weak old forearms, man. I
but
hate it. Never, I
that
never
was
liked the
bad.
forearm shots. Anyway, I never liked the forearm shot.
But
I
I
thought
will.
forearm shots always looked weak.
Yeah, it depends who's doing it. I feel like sometime. And I'll admit one thing: the yes chants were loud.
I mean, of course they would. And see, that's what I was just about to get at. I was just saying it a little bit earlier in this segment. I was just saying it, Bryce. I like, yeah, Michelle McCool didn't try to force you to know. I mean, to force you to be like, oh yeah, you know who my husband is, right? Like she didn't force you to do that. But Brie Bella did. Brie did. She made sure you knew who her husband was because as soon as she came out, what she do? The yes chance.
That's true. And ever you saw how loud and how they did it, but like, yes, we know who you're with. We know your husband's on the other show right now.
And guess what? That was the only way she was gonna get over.
Oh yeah. And the crowd went along and they all chanted yes, and it was really big. But yeah, that was the only way she was gonna get over.
Uh,
So that
at
was the only thing that was gonna work. But number 20, knockouts
for
champ yeah, knockouts champion, Mickey James.
they
She
gave
did
her
come out the hardcore country.
man, and that's what I liked it about it too. That's
They
what
did mention she was with Impact Wrestling.
she came out with the belt.
Yep. She did come
And
out with the title.
on the graphic card, it said with Impact Knockout Champion. I was like, oh, okay, they gave her the whole thing.
Yep, and like I said, she came out the hardcore country and the crowd popped.
Hmm.
So I'm glad she just wasn't in there and just thrown out immediately. Get kind of. I thought Mickey had a good showing for the time being out there.
Yeah, I see. When you had text me that, I agree. I totally agree that she got some good time out there. She
Because
got some good time.
immediately like Michelle McCool tried to go for her and whatnot. Must be about the Piggy James storyline, and
Mhm.
Mickey James ended up eliminating her.
Yeah, that was cool right there. That was a cool little callback.
So I got that part, and Mickey kind of lasted somewhat near the end. So it's like we talked about before, and I'm sure many others have. With Mickey James, like we already knew it was gonna happen. It helped Impact get a little bit of exposure. She came in for a good payday and whatnot. She was gonna be in the Rumble for like 15, 20 minutes and stuff. So we had already talked about this before. We knew
Yeah,
what was gonna happen and stuff. Like I said, the whole I get it because the whole trash bag thing people were pissed off of, but they fired the guy that did it. Apparently, didn't she say like whoever else that was still against her that they still work in the company, but what she personally talked to Vince on the phone and like he didn't really know about the trash thing, but that's all resolved now and stuff. So it's all about business right here because we saw how people reacted and said that Mickey James sold out. Where's your dignity? Where are your morals at? And people were just like going overboard. But it's business, and we knew. And like anybody I know I've talked to have said the same thing we talked about.
like you said, it's business at the end of the day, and plus we don't know that conversation that her and Vince had. So her and Vince probably had a nice little conversation, and it was good enough for her to say, I will make this I will make a return, into the Royal Rumble, And I was cool with it. I actually was glad that they did it, and so they can, I guess, they can have a piece of the pie when it comes down to the forbidden door, you know.
Yeah, because like they just want, like I said, the whole Forbidden Door stuff. But it's not like Mickey James is ever gonna win anyway. So it was
Uh,
just nice to like I said, I was surprised she was even gonna be in this whole thing. I was surprised they mentioned Impact on this show.
mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I'm like, so like she's gonna come out the hardcore country, right? She's gonna come out with the Knockouts Championship, right? And that's what happened. So hey, gets a little bit of exposure. Hey, watch Impact this Thursday. You know, No Surrender against Tasha Steelz coming up. So we've already seen her cut promos about it. Like I said, Impact supported. We've seen her mention it on Impact TV itself. So you know, we already know and seen what's happening and whatnot. So we already know the deal with everything with that. So like I said, I had no problem with it and stuff. I just think people went overboard thinking like you sold out. You're a sellout. You don't got any dignity and whatnot. It's business. People don't get it. It was business.
Business at the end of the day.
So I had no problem with it, and she didn't look bad out there too. So like I said, we'll see Mickie James back on Impact this Thursday, anyways. But next 21, Alicia Fox.
Yeah,
Tatted up.
it was cool to see Alicia. You
Look more,
know,
look more tatted up. I see.
yeah, I see that. Yeah, I think she got some more tats. She had got some tattoos. So,
Tatted up.
but I mean, Alicia Fox.
I don't mind Fox. I like Fox.
Me too. She cool.
I got no problem with Fox. Like I said, I know people have already argued, and we're gonna get to the word legend soon enough. But I know what she's in the company for over 10 years and whatnot. But the only reason why she ain't really around no more, I know it's like personal problem we've already heard about and stuff. The reason why she's not really on TV like that no more. And they only bring her back every blue moon and stuff. But Fox, I didn't mind Fox being out there, and they kind of tried to have all like when she like teamed with the Bellas, but the Bellas end up taking her out then.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They end up taking it out.
They
I
they
was,
did.
I was kind of, I was like, I was kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised that they even try to make a call back to that. Like, people really remember that? But I guess people do remember that because it was a part of the feud with Sasha Banks and remember with Sasha Banks and Becky.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
team bad. Sasha, Naomi, and Tamina, and then it was like, was it PCB, Paige, Charlotte, and Becky?
yeah, they had to change the name because
Yeah,
they
what
was
was it called at
submission
first?
sorority.
Oh yeah, submission sorority, and then apparently it was some porno or something.
uh,
That's the funny thing about it. It was a porno. They didn't check for that.
hey! You want to know the irony of that? They had to switch the name because it was so porno. But one of the teammates.
Ah!
Porno.
I know it wasn't until later we found out all about the tapes with Paige and stuff, but I said that wasn't. I tell you, man, that wasn't no sex tape, man. That was a production.
That
I
was,
still stand by what I say. That was a production.
man, you saw how man that he was had that camera like he was a real cameraman,
Yo,
like he
he
was
was like Scorsese out there or something.
I'm like, oh man, they trying to make this look like a real legit porno.
I tell people, man, that wasn't no sex tape. I know it's a lot of videos, but nah, that was a production. Okay, that was a production.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, look how everything was shot and everything. Nah, that ain't no regular. You just hold the camera while fucking someone. Like that was like some production. Like you got a whole camera crew there. Like he knew what shot to take and what angle, like get the hottest shots and whatnot. What up the ass or something like that. So that was whole production. She belongs to the streets. I just like saying that. Future. She belongs to the streets. I'm joking. I'm joking, but oh man, I get what you mean by that though with Paige. I'm gonna get to Paige later on and whatnot because some people kind of expected Fire to come to Rumble, but that was a good analogy you put out right there. But who
So,
who else? The almost superhero, Nikki Ash, 22,
yeah,
immediately goes after Ripley.
Yeah, immediately go out to Ripley. I just that's another feud that I don't even really care about too much. You know,
Um,
they doing
eh,
Ripley wrong. That's all I
uh,
gotta say.
yeah, I'm gonna say something at the end about Ripley too. 23, the legend known as Summer Rae.
And
The,
then, hey, look, who was so it was Raw. It was Raw commentary team that was doing the women Royal Rumble, right?
yes,
So,
yes.
so I think that was Corey Graves that we kept on talking about the legend known as Summer Rae, and then I know they were trolling them. I know they were trolling us. I know
Oh
they
yeah,
would. They were trolling us. They know what happened on the internet. They know what happened when they first called Summer Rae a legend. So I knew off the back they were trolling us. And speaking of trolling,
because you know what's so funny about
they,
that. I don't mean to cut you off, but
go ahead.
I just want to say like it's so funny. You know, they talk about her being a legend, and I can really remember like what she was Fandango's bad dance partner, and I don't really remember anything else she did. And then they keep saying, "Well, you have to understand, she had a feud with Natalia on Total Divas." Like, dude, how many people were watching that show?
Right. So we have
And
to pipe in a few on a TV show that barely anybody watch.
that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right. I hope y'all remember Summer Rae and Natalia get into a feud together 5 years ago. No, we don't. It's like
I
no,
I
we don't. Bro.
I don't. And you know, Charlotte ended up kicking her, and then Natalia just threw her out, and she was done.
Yeah, that
So
was that was.
that didn't last long.
Mm-mm.
24, Nikki Bella.
And now that's what I was talking about with the trolling. Now you want to know why I said why I text you that earlier? That's why
Yeah,
I
why?
text you that. Who eliminated Liv Morgan?
Oh yeah.
That's what
Um,
got the trolling.
the
And
Bellas,
see,
because
they eliminated her and they eliminated Sarah Logan.
25, yes, 25 with Sarah Logan. So yeah, we got a little bit of the Riot Squad for like 2 minutes, and then the Bellas just took both of them out.
And see, that's what I meant by the trolling part. You see, they had the Bellas knock out one of the favorites, which is Liv Morgan. Everybody still like Liv. They had the Bellas to knock them out, so they control the hell out of the fans, because they know the fans weren't gonna like that, and they did it. And they saw pull the hell out of their they
Yep.
saw pulling them hard. So I'm like, yeah, there we go. I knew that was gonna happen. Cause
Yep.
they know the feelings that we got towards the Bellas. They know we don't really mess with the Bellas. So what we gonna do then? Oh, we're gonna get y'all to have some maximal heat.
Oh yeah,
Eliminate
the
Liv
person,
Morgan and Sarah
Liv
Logan.
Morgan and Logan, just because it was the Riot Squad for like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to do that. 26 was Lita, Big Pop.
Big Pop, but I wanted to say this. I wanted to say this much. You you had said it. I think we were talking 2 weeks ago when Lita had came out to on SmackDown. Was it 2 weeks ago or last week? Which one was
About
it?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, you was like, man, that twist of fate was kind of slow, and
Felt
I
like
was like,
slow motion.
man, I was like, oh no, man, I'm like, oh no, bro. So it's probably because she, she haven't did that move in a long time. I don't know, no, bro. I don't know what was wrong with Lita, but she was slow motion out there all night, slow motion, bro, like barely even moving type of slow motion. They are
And
trying to they are trying to whip her into the turnbuckle. She stand there walking to the turnbuckle. I'm like, what's going on with Lita?
yeah,
Why
because
she
like she took
like
out Mickey James, you know, first and
yeah.
whatnot. But but just like the way she kind of moved, and just a lot of stuff. I don't know what's going on. Like she still looks in pretty good shape and whatnot, but
That was see. That was why I was tripping though. That's why I was tripping, bro. It's because I'm like, she looked like she in good shape. What's going on? That's what I was just thinking in my head the whole time. Like, man, I hope
Like,
she okay out there.
I don't
So,
know if it's ring rust maybe or something.
but who came out the real
27.
superhero, the real
27.
superhero? Yeah,
Right,
my
Molly.
God.
Superhero versus now the supervillain, and Nikki Ash barely just immediately took her out. There can only be one.
Yeah.
Just beats the crap out of Molly and throws her out of the ring. There could only be one superhero, and she was gone. Gone. But
Yeah.
then 28.
The
Oh
surprise,
boy.
man, boy. I didn't think I was. See, that's what I meant by the after make the heart grow fonder, because I didn't think I would pop this much for Ronda Rousey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Ronda. Don't get me wrong. I got no problem with Ronda. But the way I popped this earlier tonight, when I saw her come out, when I heard her song, as soon as I heard her song, I popped. I'm like, oh, shit. Ronda Rousey back, y'all. And
And
ain't
it,
nobody
and
in
it,
the room with me. I was talking to myself.
and it was kind of rumored she was coming back anyway,
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it
But
was cool.
immediately when I saw her, I'm like, yeah, I think we already know who's about to win.
Yeah.
Because she just came in and she just threw out people, threw out Nikki Ash and threw out like the Bellas,
Yeah,
um,
brought the
you know,
Bellas.
whatnot. Because even after that, 29 was who? Shotzi Blackheart, and
Shotzi, yeah. Shotzi ain't even staying that long.
she wasn't. Rousey threw her over too. She got rid of her, and she tried to
Mm-hmm.
skin the cat and it didn't work. 30 was Shayna Baszler, which you did mention that Rousey did smile when she saw her.
That was a big smile.
MMA four horsewoman frame.
Mm-hmm.
So she was happy to see Baszler and whatnot. What is with all these music changes they keep giving people though? I don't understand that.
Yeah, yeah, I understand it either. I was really with Shada. Shada music is like I really like the Shada music. I ain't really think that it needed a change. But I guess they've been changing everybody's music lately. So
Yeah,
everybody,
they really have. Like it's not even really that good. Everybody's got like some weird music, or everybody's got like now to like a rap verse in their thing.
yes, I swear, man. Like all of y'all like rap now.
Like
y'all,
everybody got a rap verse now. I know what NXT been doing lately with all the music changes they've had with people, and come on, look at that musical performance they had the other night, which wasn't really that good.
I'm glad I
I,
ain't watched.
I told you, man. Like I know they see old girl rapper. I forget her name. Like they had a rapping. I'm trying to remember her name. Ali J, because she did the like NXT thing that she did the theme song to it. But dude, it's just like she was just kind of standing there and just perform, like wasn't even really moving that much performing the song. It's like a lot of people said it was just either like she was just nice to look at, eye candy, but then like some would say how much of that shit was real or how much shit she had work on.
I seen her when they showed her earlier that night. Soon as I seen her, I'm like, "Uh, this the rapper? Huh? I guess so, cause I ain't never seen her a day in my life."
Same yeah. And the performance wasn't even really that good. I'm like, dude, I'd rather see Poppy back on. Yeah, at least she was entertaining.
Yeah, at least she was entertaining.
Like whoever this Ollie J girl, like I said, that she was just nice to look at. Then
But
again, like my other friend told me, like, come on, like it was hanging out there, but like how much of her titties and ass was real?
that, those titties weren't real at all, at all. Probably the booty, probably the
Yeah,
butt.
that
Yeah, the
looked
butt
real enough.
probably was. With those that chest of her, nah, not at all, not at all. That wasn't real at all.
Yeah, I don't know how much real was that, but I didn't really think that performance was really that good. And like I said, I thought Trick and Mello just kind of like background dancers for some reason.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
But
So I don't know what the music thing is, but since we got through number 30, then like who else was left? Because I know what Lita tried to do a moonsault, but Ripley had stopped her, and Charlotte ended up kicking Lita off the apron, so she was gone.
they're gonna
And I
set
think this was like the final four then, right? So it was like
yeah,
Charlotte,
Ronda,
Ronda,
Charlotte,
Bianca,
uh, and Shayna, right?
Shayna. Yeah,
So then, Charlotte eliminated Bianca and Shayna at the same time. Uh, and then, like you said, they were very anticlimactic because all they did was have a face off
and
for a couple of seconds, and
and
then
let me just say this before you get to that last part, because you talk about Charlotte eliminating both Bianca and Shayna at the same time. No, maybe it's like five. No, I meant to say once again, Ripley loses the Charlotte. By the way, Matt, can I just mention that?
oh yeah, we mentioned that. I mean, we forgot to mention that part. You did tell me. I mean, you did text me that too earlier.
Loses the
Said
Charlotte
once
again.
again, she can't get, she can't never get over the hump when it comes down to Charlotte.
Charlotte beats her again, but it's like you just said, like eliminates what Bianca and Shayna, and then just
At the
has this
same,
little thing where Rousey, and it like I said was anticlimactic. It only went on for like a minute, and then she just got thrown out, and Rousey won. And I can understand why a lot of people had problems with this. Okay, now I'm sure some people we probably would have expected to come back tonight. Personally, I thought Bailey was going to come back and win.
yeah, me too.
That didn't
But
happen. We didn't see Oscar.
we didn't see Oscar, yeah, and
Some
that's
people,
what.
sorry, my bad. I was gonna say but some believe Paige was coming back.
And Paige was clear. She
Oh,
been
she is
clear.
clear.
She been cleared to wrestle, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
she
know.
been cleared.
When,
That's
when
why
was that?
everybody been waiting. That's why everybody been waiting because she been cleared. Then she can get back in the ring again if she
When,
want
when
to.
did when did they clear?
Last week,
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. So all right, that's news to me. So well, yeah, I gotta say if she's cleared, then yeah, I would have expected her, but they probably saving Paige for something bigger, anyways,
yeah,
and
because they
whatnot.
know
But
she gonna get a major pop.
yeah, so if she's cleared now, all right, then yeah, well, she'll probably have something coming up. Yeah, hey, we probably may find out on Raw. I don't know, but like you say, since you tell me Paige is now cleared to wrestle again, because she's been out the game for like what for the past 3-4 years now.
Yeah, and that after
Because
that last injury.
yeah, because even I questioned what was the point. And like I said, it sucked that happened with the injury, but even I was wondering, like, man, like, I wonder what they really keep her around for at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what she does.
I don't know what on Twitch, and then she kind of complain about. I know about the whole. We remember the whole WWE third party thing, and she was very vocal about it. And I think Zelina Vega was using an example at the time to fire her, but even then, it's like y'all ain't gonna do shit to Paige. I see.
Right, Paige is Teflon.
Apparently, like she must have some dirt. Because I've said it before, like people think I'm hating, but I'm like, even I said it, like Paige gets away with a lot of shit.
Yeah, she does.
Like
Yeah,
even
she
I'm
does.
surprised, like like I said, even with the tape stuff, like the tape thing, but at the same time, like dude, you took a load to the face with the real NXT title.
Right, for
Okay,
real.
I could go just from either wellness policies or
You made them
Alberto.
have to change the title. You made them have to change the title.
Yep,
That's
but
the part that's what kills me right there. But they don't say that to her after they make you she made y'all have to change the title over something disgusting. Y'all do know that, right? They don't care. It seems like they don't care.
yeah, so that's what got me. And like I said, I could just go on from a lot of stuff from what Alberto and everything. But even I was just kind of surprised, like, man, like he ain't gonna really do shit to this girl. I say, you like you say, especially taking a load to the face with the belt. So I guess they still believe in her or some type of value and whatnot. Cause I don't really know what Paige does at this point other than on Twitter or I mean on Twitter, I mean Twitch or something like that. But like, dude, I wondered, like, I was wondering what they kept around, but like, hey, she's cleared to wrestle, so obviously she can come back now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll say this about the Rumble. I know a lot of people weren't a fan of this decision, just given that what Rousey has been gone since what? After WrestleMania 30, it was 35, right?
Yeah.
After 35, got pregnant. Didn't she like shit on the company and just wrestling in general at one point?
She just went after she no. She went after the fans.
Went after the fans. She did kind of bury wrestling though at the same time, like on Steve O's podcast.
What'd she say about it?
I don't remember it all the way. It was a whole thing everybody was talking about, and I remember Cornette buried the shit out of her. I know that. Like, you gotta go back and listen to it. It was a really good video. But
and with the fans probably coming at and having her winning, but the fans also gotta understand they still trying to sell out WrestleMania, bro. Like
yeah, they need a big star.
That's a huge thing. That they got a whole football stadium they gotta sell out for
2 nights.
You think so? That for a business point of view, people got to look at it from a business point of view. Yes, that is the best thing that you could do because guess what? Not only that you bringing in a star name, and you bringing in a feud that people remember. Because guess what? That match at WrestleMania 33, that was the box finish.
Yeah, 35. But yeah, that was a very botched finish.
35, my bad. That was a box finish. And guess what? They are bringing it back up. They will bring it up to make a story. Bingo. That's your story.
That's true. And and you're right. Like, go back after Becky again, which I believe that will most likely happen and whatnot. So it's like you just say, you got to look at it from a business point of view. I can understand why people didn't like this decision and whatnot. Even I saw people bring up like, they've kept this woman around for over 2 years who's done nothing, but you fired at all these other people during with the pandemic, or just fired them just because, but they still kept her around.
Oh, you talking about Ronda?
Yeah.
Oh, of course I would.
No, not like you. I'm just saying in general. That's usually been a thing that's been kind of said though.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, not to sound harsh, but who you would keep? Would you have kept her? Yeah,
she's a big box office drop from a business point. Yeah, would you have to?
Right, there we go. And she brings realism to the match. She brings realism. That's what Brock brings. Brock brings that edge to that match to make it seem a little realer than most of the other matches that you've seen. You look at Brock Lesnar, you look at him for real, like, oh man, this man might go in business for itself. We don't know that, but that's something that's that realism that we, as the wrestling fans, kind of miss. We kind of miss that realism because now we kind of even though we've been getting along with it, like it getting to the point that like the real faces are not. I mean, real heels are not even real heels no more. We don't believe in real heels. That's why Becky can't even get over as a heel, and we keep on cheering her.
Yeah, it's like how a lot of people say there aren't any heels and faces in wrestling anymore, which I still think that's the stupidest thing to say.
Yeah, it is because guess what? Every story got a bad guy and a good guy. Every story. And so we can't have a story without a bad guy and a good guy. I'm just sorry. You just can't have a story without it.
Not gonna work like that. It just isn't. But just to say about this Rumble match, just overall in general, I think it was kind of all over the place.
Oh yes, it was. It was.
And there was a lot of good and bad. I can see why people were pissed off at the end at the same time. After, just giving some examples I just gave, which it was already kind of known she was going to win as soon as she came out 28, Ronda. But just throughout this entire match, though, just some weird eliminations, weird decisions, just, some, I would say, obscure returns and stuff. I just think this whole match was all over the place. It was just going insane. Like I said, it was some good parts to see. It was nice to see Mickie James, knockouts title and all that stuff. I probably would have expected probably to show up at the end, but we saw botches out here too. It was a lot we saw in this. It just felt all over the place.
Yeah.
Or
And
just
so
like
what we got?
weird eliminations. But next, Raw Women's title on the line. Becky Lynch versus Doudrop.
Well, like I was what I was texting you earlier, and like I said, the match was decent. I ain't had no problem with the
I don't
match,
think people
not at
care.
all. I, I always don't have a problem with Doudrop matches because I know she could go in the ring. It's just a name.
Yeah, this is the fucking Doudrop name.
I can't never take you seriously. I can't never take you serious. I don't care how many times throughout this whole month that you attack Becky, that you lay her out. I seriously did it. I didn't take you seriously. I just did it. And no matter what the situation was, no matter what you were doing, I just didn't take her seriously. The match was good. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, the match was good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's just crowd didn't
The
care.
crowd
Uh,
didn't care.
they didn't care. It was basically a cool down match in a way.
Man,
Um,
Lynch a cool down match. It wasn't her fault.
yeah,
It
because
ain't her.
it just it just kind of came and went by. It's not like it didn't suck out there. Once again, it's like you just said, it's the Doudrop name. Rather just go back to being whatever Piper Niven or was like Viper and whatnot. And then some would say with the theme music, hey, she's got rap versus her theme music too.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I'm looking like, what? First of all, y'all gonna get her the corny little name, and then try to make her
Trying to
come
make her look
out
a
to the
badass now.
right. Come on now, nah, cut it out, cut it out. Just no, that's not what's happening.
It's
Uh,
not. And it like I said, it was what it was, but it's just like you said, it's the name. It's just a lot. Okay. So nobody really ever believed Becky was ever gonna lose right here. So it's not nothing much to say about this match. Okay. Like Becky won. That's kind of it. It's not
yeah,
like a lot of story in this whole thing or whatnot. It was no heat. There was no heat to this.
uh, it
So
was a back and they gave back and forth. They gave Doudrop some offense. Mostly the beginning part of the match was Doudrop. Okay, every time Becky would try to do something, Doudrop would cut her off. So they gave Doudrop something. But other
and
than
and
that, like
Becky won clean.
nobody thought that Becky was going to lose. Am I right? Me and you didn't think she was going to lose.
Nope.
Half of the whole world didn't think she was going to lose. So I'm like, that's why nobody really want to pay attention to this match.
Yep, that's true. So yeah, Becky won. That's just kind of it. It was a clean win. Clean win also. So some I had my friend brought up like they protect Seth, but they're not gonna protect Doudrop out here. What was there to protect? What was there to protect?
Like what do you mean protect? Like what she on the same level as Seth? Please tell me y'all not trying to say that. Please. No, she is not on the same level as Seth, okay? Nowhere near that.
It's
So we
not.
can cut it out.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think that also. But yeah, Becky
Right, good.
won. That's kind of it. Uh,
Yeah.
Next though, the match that I'm sure a lot of people have been waiting for a very, very long time, and we're very excited to see Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE title.
Man.
Mixed feelings on this.
Yeah, very mixed feelings. And see, here's the thing. That's why I had a mixed feelings on. I kind of figured that you knew. I kind of figured that they wasn't going to let any one of them lose clean. I kind of figured that. So I wasn't really too upset. Back to you know what we were talking about earlier. I wasn't too upset with the route that they had to take. I just I don't know. It's like I would love to see a clean finish. Let's put it like that. either way, it went. I didn't care who won. I just probably still wanted a clean finish, you know.
And
But
I wish there could have been a little bit more build into this thing. I love the video package they had for it. I wish we could have saw a little bit more back and forth with MVP and Paul Heyman on the microphone. And
ooh,
that would have been great to see. And it's like the match looked like it was getting good. I know they were no selling the German suplexes out there and just throwing out there at each other, and bleeding out there, just hitting some spears and whatnot. Lesnar trying to get for the F5, but then the ref bump the ref bump thing happened, and Brock hits an F5, and like he already could have beaten Brock, beaten Lashley off of one F5, and Lashley's almost just down there for like almost 5 minutes after one F5, and
he said after 5 minutes after one F5. I noticed that too. And I was like, man, damn.
I'm like, damn, Lesnar could have won after it was one F5.
Well, that's what they basically were telling us. That was basically what they were telling us after the rep bump, because you could have counted to 100. And the way that man was down for one F5.
Yep. And then Lesnar just gets up, and of course Roman Reigns shows up and spears him, and then Paul Heyman, of course, which I figured this was going to happen anyways, just takes the WWE title, hands it to Roman, and Roman just hits Brock with it. He hits Brock with it, and they both walk out, and Lashley won. And my friend Steven had pointed this out. So Lashley, this basically just said that Roman and Lesnar are better than Lashley, because one, Lashley already would have just lost after one F5 after how long that ref bump was, and two, Roman Reigns had to come out there and help, and just beat up Brock so Lashley could win.
I didn't see it as a help. You know what I'm saying? I saw it as, I want to take this opportunity to screw this nigga over. And that's what I thought it was. See, here's the thing. We all know that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, it's higher, it's a higher tier than Bobby Lashley. We not gonna play that game. You know what I'm saying? Because we know how WWE sees these things. They see Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, old God tier. Then the tier under there is the Seth Rollins and the Bobby Lashleys and the Big E's. They just not up there with the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. They just not up there with them. And so, yes, I do agree with your friend Steven. That's what they telling us. But that's what they've been telling us for years, though.
That's true. And hey, Lashley got the title. I'm like, hey, he won the title.
Right, he got the title.
He got the title. That's kind of it. But I think people just wanted to see a one-on-one match with both of these guys going at it. Whoever went over clean would have went over clean. But I think we wanted to see an actual match. Not okay, we still got to continue the Roman and Heyman and Brock thing, of course. But that's why I kind of said at the beginning I had mixed feelings about this.
Yeah.
And stuff. So, in Rollins, the match I'm sure a lot of people wanted to see for a long time coming now. But, I look at the feud, and it actually kind of had to win anyways, because Brock's coming out there just belittling him, saying Bobby who, and, basically him look like shit.
But he still, shoot, hey, the crazy part about it, he can still say Bobby who, because you ain't had nobody, you ain't beat me clean, nigga. You ain't beat me by yourself. Roman Reigns helped me. Helped you. And so, but like you said, everybody got mixed feelings about this. And some good, some bad. I'm in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle because I know what they had to do.
I get the story part, of course, but at the same time, it's like, I really kind of want to see an actual match. Like I said, it's a long time coming, and Come on, I wanted to see this for a very long. Everybody wanted to see this for a very fucking long time. I've been wanting to see it since Lashley came back to this company.
Yep.
So, maybe they could revisit a later date. Possibly, personally, I think this is a match that should have been at WrestleMania.
Right.
Than a Royal
Like
Rumble.
no disrespect to the Royal Rumble, but
This just
not
screams WrestleMania.
Right, this screams WrestleMania. This screams a main event at WrestleMania. That's what it.
Just
Not a match.
Two legit guys going at it out there.
Yeah, not a match that is before the mixed tag team match.
Oh yes, the co-main event. Edge and Beth Phoenix, I damn near called them Vikings, versus Miz and Maryse.
Don't sugarcoat it. The match wasn't that good.
Really? What? Do you think they're wasting Edge?
No. See, this is done. This done. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Edge
it's got
pinned
to be
that
done
nigga
after
twice.
this. No, it's got to be done now.
He pinned that nigga twice. So I wouldn't say it was a waste because it was only a month. Remember, day one was earlier this month. And then
I just think people didn't want to see it because it's the Miz.
You know what I'm saying? I was just saying, I don't think it's a waste because it was only 1 month. It's 4 weeks, 1 month. Got that out the way. You pinned that nigga twice already. Got him out the way.
Yeah.
I would say it's a waste if they go into Saudi Arabia with this feud. Now that's a waste. It gonna be it's gonna be starting to look like a waste now because why I need to see this match 3 times now. You know what I'm saying? Like I barely wanted to see it first 1 time, but I gave y'all the pass. Like, all right, cool. Miz is a good hand. All right, he can take an L. Okay, cool. Then y'all give us a match again, but y'all say, oh, they got their significant others with them. Okay, cool. That's what's up. I ain't seen Maryse and Beth Phoenix like that. Other than what they do, what their usual job is Beth Phoenix behind the desk at NXT. So I was like, all right, cool. That's what's up. All right. After
True.
this, I better not see nothing else. I promise you that, Bryce. I better not see nothing else.
Yeah, I don't want to
Or
see any of this anymore. I'm just done. Because I was like, wow, wasn't Edge in the Royal Rumble and won the Royal Rumble last year, and now he's in this mixed tag match?
I guess it was one of those situations they just just want try to find something for Edge to do, and I really think they already found their next situation. I just think we just need to hope that it happens for real. Like everybody been talking about this Edge and AJ Styles match. I don't know how possible it can happen, but I really want to see it. You know, AJ Styles versus Edge, that would be a very nice match. So
Oh yeah,
I would love to see that.
I would too, and whatnot. But like I
This
said,
match was
this was
was
another cool off.
yeah, another cool off match, another one. It filled the road of cooling you off before the Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble match. Only
That's
thing
true.
not pop for. Only thing that was kind of good in this match was, like I said, Maryse still the top rope hurricanrana. She didn't do that type of stuff when she was wrestling.
Yeah, that
It's
wasn't
like
bad.
yeah, Beth Phoenix and Edge hit the glam slam. That
That
was
wasn't bad.
cool. That wasn't bad. Other than that, there was nothing else to talk about with this match. Real talk, right? I know you.
It really wasn't.
It wasn't nothing else to talk about with this match.
Yeah, like I said, Edge won. Edge and Beth won. That's kind of it. It's just like you look at this feud, like it's the fucking Miz. It's just the
Yeah,
Miz. Like
yeah, bro.
what do I can say? It's the Miz. All right, it's the fucking Miz. So
He
you
go,
know,
he, uh,
I
he
like
gonna
how people
say that.
bring up. I
Oh
don't mean
no,
to cut you off.
I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna
No,
say
that's my fault. That was my fault.
I just like how people bring up this guy was the WWE champion. Fucking months ago, and which is almost kind of boggles my mind now in the way when you look at it. Like, yeah, he was the WWE champion. like months ago, and I'm like, why am I seeing him going against Edge? Like, what? Why? It's just, I'm just sorry. It's the fucking Miz. Sometime it's like, it's just the Miz. So, like you said, it's nothing that can be really said from him. That's kind of it.
No. I kind of figured that we were gonna do that with this match because it wasn't nothing. I was barely paying attention. I ain't gonna lie to you. So
I was halfway there, but in the main event though was the guys Royal Rumble match. Of course, we kick it off with number 1, AJ Styles, who actually did Shawn Michaels pose for a second there. Very interesting to see. Number 2, Shinsuke Nakamura, Intercontinental Champion, which, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, AJ Nakamura, Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan. I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
they they only gave it like the minimum of the time because Austin Theory came right after them.
Yes. Wow, Vince must have screwed him over.
Yeah. I just remember I told you, I'm like, if I was Austin, I don't think Vince hate me because you tell me that you can't pull those strings to put me in number 28 like I asked you.
Oh, we're gonna get number 3, pal. We're gonna get number 3. It's good shit. Good shit, pal. It's good shit. Number 3. That's what you're gonna be at. 4 was Bobby Roode. It was kind of nice to see him and AJ. It was a TNA chant.
Yes, it was.
For a quick second, and then Bobby Roode was gone.
Oh, instantly.
Instantly. 5 was Rich Holland.
Yep.
Nakamura was gone real fast right after. Yeah, he won the Royal Rumble like, what, 3-4 years ago, and gone in like 7 minutes. What the Intercontinental Champion? What the fuck?
Yo, Intercontinental Champion, folks.
So what the fuck? I'm like, dude, what the fuck was that shit? I'm like, okay. 6, Montez Ford. It wasn't that. 7, Damian Priest, U.S. champion. Who else was next? 8, Sami Zayn. I gotta check out the new podcast he's got. It's really good. Ole, 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 ole. 9. Yeah. 9, Johnny Knoxville. Jackass, which he did have Wheat Man. Probably didn't see Steve-O out there, but gotta promote that movie. Which,
yeah, gotta promote the movie.
You know, Knoxville, he came out there and, you know, tried to go at it with Zayn and whatnot. And then AJ ended up taking him out, and like everybody damn near hit like a whole bunch of moves on Knoxville. Then like AJ's hit him with the combination, Ford doing the big splash on him. Who else hit him out there? He was taking some moves out there. Knoxville. Zayn ended up taking him out with a haluva kick and throwing him out of the ring. Then so. Yeah, it was like Knoxville. It wasn't that bad. Like he was there.
Yeah, he was just there, you know.
And he got eliminated and stuff. So, you know, it was what it was. It wasn't much to say about that. It's just to promote the movie. And, you know, Sammy threw him out, but then AJ threw out Sammy then. So he was gone. 10 was Angelo Dawkins. 11, Omos. People that thought he was going to win the Rumble.
Who did? So
no, niggas thought he was going to win the Rumble.
Somebody needs to get slapped because for real, who? I don't think that. What type of push that he was getting? He only beat AJ Styles, but other than that, he didn't just go run through a gauntlet of people. It ain't like he would through Bobby Lashley and he would beat up niggas like Roman Reigns or anything. Like no, he would. I swear, Bryce, I did not. He was the furthest from my mind to ever thinking he was going to win that match.
Yeah, I don't know where people thought that Omos was gonna win the Royal Rumble, and he's just going out there like, well, he threw out Dawkins, he threw out the Street Profits, okay, he threw them out. Damn near kills AJ, throwing him into the ring post out there. Holy shit!
AJ slid. He did that on purpose.
I know, but damn,
you see how he contorted his body when he did slide. But
And
I.
Omos is either swatting people or kicking and just doing just
Because
putting hands in the air.
he immobile. You can't. He ain't gonna give you no speed moves. He can't really move.
Go out there and do big guy shit.
He gotta stand in the middle of the ring basically, and just have this match with you, and basically you gonna be doing all the movement. He ain't gonna be doing none of the movement. And the only thing I would love for Omar to really dig on and really work on is his selling. His selling sucks. It really does. When people punching him, he does this little super little hand over his, arms over his face little thing. I know you saw him do that before. Where he,
Yeah.
like punching him and he do this little hand arm over, like, dude, who does that? Nobody do that in a real fight. Nobody put their arms up like that in a real fight. I'm sorry. So I need you to sell a little bit better. I need you to sell like you getting punched in the face for real. Cause that little face that you be doing is not it, Omar. It's not it. He still throw punches. Cause I know he want to. I can see it, but it's just like it sucks. It really does. It sucks. It's it's just he looks stupid out there. Like I just can't describe it. When I talk to you on Monday, I would describe what I'm talking about.
Oh, I gotta see it. I gotta see it in person or something.
Yeah, I can't show you here. It's like oh my god. But yeah, almost I think he was gonna win.
I don't know what people thought that, but they're like, yeah, this guy. It's still crazy when we talk about the sport. Like people think they need to put the belt on him.
No,
it's because he's big.
Like they don't even think that. They don't
giant.
Even...
He can't really move that well.
He can't, and it's gonna get worse because he's gonna get older. And it's like if he can't move now, I don't know how old he is now, but if he can't move now, shoot, you better kiss him goodbye when he get older. He definitely ain't gonna be moving then. Like I don't understand it. Like I tried. I tried. You know I tried. You know I tried. I am done trying with him now.
And they protected him well, but now like you gotta send him out there on his own. It ain't really looking that good.
I tried, Bryce. I did. I tried to give him a chance. I did. Damn it.
It's not working no more, is it?
It's not because, like, no. It's like it's either nobody telling him what he doing wrong, or he just don't care.
What did they have like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall helping him in the back? I heard.
All right, cool. That's good. Good enough for me because those are two big guys who didn't move like big guys though. They were kind of they moved around the ring a lot better than he did, especially Scott Hall.
Oh yeah.
Scott Hall, he was moving like he was a little man. So it's like back in when he was with his younger years before he started getting drunk. But like, yeah, bro, like those are two guys that can't help him out. But at the same time, it seems like I don't know. I just don't. I'm not there, and I'm not in the back. But I just me seeing this on a weekly basis, and I've been seeing him since last year. It seems like he's just the same old person, the same old wrestler from last year. That's how I'm looking at it.
Nothing
Like
has changed.
nothing changed. Nothing changed. He didn't get it. He didn't improve his stuff. He just would. It just he just there for real at this point.
Damn. Gotcha. Because I see people, they think this guy's like the next big thing or something apparently, and stuff. I don't know where he's gonna leave the next because him being out there. Who was next? Ricochet was number 12. The guy, I agree with what you said earlier. You gave him credit though.
Oh yeah, boy, man, I must have saw her. Like I've seen her before. Don't get me wrong, I've seen her before plenty of times. But this is me seeing her full body. Like I only saw pictures. And I'm like, man, Ricochet new girlfriend? Oh yeah, he stepped up.
He upgraded.
He upgraded. He upgraded definitely. Shorty bad.
Good shit. Yeah, you gotta give him credit for that. He upgraded good. So that's definitely good on him.
Yeah.
13 was Chad Gable, who tried to get everybody together to eliminate Amos and told Priest, like, you go first. You're the biggest guy out. You're the big guy. You take him out. And then Amos just took out Priest in. I'm like, well, there goes the U.S. champion. I can't expect him to be out there longer, but
yeah,
nope.
you are a champion. But hey, what they telling you about the secondary belt? Do not pay attention to the secondary belts, okay? The Intercontinental and the U.S. Championship, skip those, okay? Because we don't care. We eliminated both champions like they wasn't they wasn't nothing.
Yeah, like shit, basically. So that it was like nothing. And then everybody's trying to eliminate Amos out there. And then, Dominic comes out to help, and AJ runs across the ropes and does like a, farm or something. And then they all get rid of Amos then. So he was gone in. 15 was Happy Corbin. God, why? 16 was Dolph Ziggler. Who was out there? Who I'm trying to see who else was out there. I know AJ ended up eliminating Austin Theory. They said Theory was out there for like what 20 minutes.
Omar said eliminated Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah, I said that part already. I said that earlier.
My bad.
I said AJ eliminated no, he eliminated Theory. I know he did that. 17 17 was Sheamus, who when he came out, Holland got eliminated.
And right there in front of his face, right there as soon as he came out.
Yep.
I was rolling. I was like, what? Look at this. I thought they were going to at least tag team on some people.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do that, but nah, they didn't do that. Sheamus, kind of crazy. They said he won the Rumble like 10 years ago.
Yeah, he did.
He did. I called that the mid-card Rumble.
Remember that was the one. Yeah, you got it right. That was the mid-card Rumble because I couldn't name you any stars in that 2012 Rumble. Jericho, yeah.
I think Randy, but that was it. Or the Big Show. Dude, everybody else was there was a fucking mid-card. I remember that Rumble. That was the mid-card.
Rumble, was it? No, what? No, that wasn't
40,
the 40.
40 was 2011.
Oh, yeah, 40 was 2011. That was Alberto Del Rio won.
Yep. 12 was one Sheamus won, but that felt like the most mid-card Rumble ever.
It was because what happened at Mania? That very Mania that he went on to win 18 seconds. They didn't care about that match.
Which made Bryan into a fucking megastar.
Yes, they did. And every day he should thank them. Like, damn, thank them for that 18 seconds, y'all. Y'all thought y'all were gonna bury me, but y'all didn't.
Made a fucking star. Next though, 18 was Freddie Mercury. No, I mean Magnum PI. No, I mean Rick Boogs. Funny how he has this late number out there, but he's with Nakamura. Nakamura's gone in like 5 minutes, but he was out there longer than him.
They about to get ready to split them up.
Oh yeah, he's about to get a push. Like this motherfucker. This motherfucker managed with Gable.
Did you see him last night? On SmackDown?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, I was just thinking in my head the whole time. They pushing this nigga.
Oh yeah, dude, look how he threw Gable up and down in the air and just with one hand.
One hand just swinging. Man, he was treated shaky on SmackDown. He was treated shaky like he was just a child. Like he wasn't 7 foot. Like he wasn't 7 foot tall, 300 pounds. Like
dude's full as shit.
He getting a push.
Oh, he's getting one. He's definitely getting one. 19 was Madcap Moss, and he eliminated AJ Styles, and this is where I was tuned out low key at this point at the Rumble.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck.
Madcap Moss. Nobody else could have did it. Madcap Moss has.
The laughing hyena.
Right. But people high up on this guy. I really, you should see on Twitter. You should see these guys. They are very high up on Madcap Moss. They really like him.
They do. I'm trying to see because this thing, this gimmick with Corbin is the shits.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Just not good. Okay. 20 was Matt Riddle, very over.
Very,
Uh,
of course.
21 was
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre, which he immediately went after Corbin and Moss after they eliminated Boogs. McIntyre basically beat the hell out of both of these guys after the whole neck thing. So he beat the shit out of them. And then when Kevin Owens was number 22, him and Owens start going at it right on the ramp then. And whatnot, but they got back in the ring. So they start going at it then. Owens in the pop-up power bomb. 23, Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
Just head scissoring everybody out there until Owens got him with the stunner and whatnot. So that they were doing that. Now this one next was a botch in a way.
Yeah, it was.
You
could tell he was trying to get his footing.
Yeah.
And he slammed his stomach against that barricade hard as shit.
Yeah, like the ribs. So I think he just lost his footing.
And do you see how he that wasn't no sell. He wasn't selling those ribs, bro. He was really hurt.
Yeah, I thought he was just about to land on the barricade on his feet. I didn't know he was gonna try to catch it, but I knew he was eliminated before they even showed the camera replay. It was just he couldn't save himself on that one. And that was really an impossible one to do. Don't get me wrong, we've seen impossible ones a lot, but this one was just
he wanted him to catch the barricade and not make sure his feet don't touch the ground.
And it's not like just off the apron. This is like him jumping off the fucking turnbuckle doing this at the highest point.
Right. And so you try to make him do that, and he tall enough for his feet to touch the ground if he drape it over the barricade. It ain't like he like Rey Mysterio height that if he drape it over the barricade, his feet barely touching the ground. Like, no, Kofi gotta be 6'1". So like he'll drape it over the barricade, his feet gonna touch the ground. And I'm like, yeah, that was tough. Like you said, bro, that was tough, bro. That was tough. I commend him though. Thumbs up, but yeah, that was tough.
I don't know if they're just running out of like save spots for Kofi, but this one just did not go out well, and it was kind of low key a waste.
They are running out of spots. They are. It's only so much you can do with Kofi. Like Kofi, like one year he walked on his hands. The one year he walked the tightrope the barricade and jumped the stairs.
Handstands, jumping a pogo stick on the announce chair, climbing over people, people catching him, at the announce tables, and then that's when they had Naomi start doing all these saves also. But just like anything, just don't touch the floor or hang on to the steel steps, and I think they've almost run out of ideas. Like they don't really know what to do next. But this one was just too impossible to do.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And the way he landed, I'm like, I just think he lost his footing. So I just didn't think that one was really good. 25 was Otis. 26 was Big E.
My pick.
Yep. 27, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Now, like I told you, remember we were talking before we started recording, and like I said about Bad Bunny, it's like, yeah, I'm cool with him coming in and coming into the match and everything, especially after his match at WrestleMania last year. But I didn't feel like he needed to eliminate people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he needed to do that. I think he needed to stay as long as he stayed in that ring. He was the final four. And
yeah.
I did it. I ain't like that too much. I ain't definitely did not like that too much.
Like you said, we
Like,
having rappers going over the current talent now.
yeah. Like, what's this back in the day again? Like, come on.
And like I said, he wasn't that bad in the ring for what we saw at WrestleMania last time. But like, dude, we haven't really seen you really much after that. And this guy's just out here kidding Canadian destroyers. Like, he getting eliminated by Sheamus, and he's throwing out what fucking Kevin Owens out there. Like,
Hey.
I'm helping Ray eliminate Ziggler, and I'm like, damn, like they was having him do a lot.
Yeah, they made him look strong out there. Real talk.
Like real strong out there. Like he was just looking like very strong, okay? Just doing all of that. So like he just like they were making Bad Bunny look like real big out there. Cause like by him eliminating people, I know like Otis eliminated Ray next.
Yeah.
28, Shane McMahon. Because the money
At least he got a pop. I'll give him that. And
going
people.
right after Kevin. No, not I remember. It was Shane that eliminated Kevin Owens. My mistake.
Oh, okay. That was all right. My mistake too, because I
My
really
mistake.
did think that he did. All right, cool. But
Shane,
still,
the boss's son eliminated Kevin Owens.
what they gonna have a feud again? I don't want to see that shit again.
No, like I want to see that kid, Shane McMahon, folks. Like you eliminate Kevin Owens again. Like gotta get some payback for some reason, but yeah, he just immediately took him out like it wasn't shit. And like Shane, he was in the final four too.
Yeah, he
Uh,
was for too. Yeah.
yeah, he was there.
I want to say this
29.
about this. I
Go
want to
ahead.
say this match right quick. It was a lot of quick. It was a very quick eliminations in this one. Like the women Royal Rumble wasn't that quick. Some people stated that, some people stated that a lot longer than what some of these guys stated that because it's some of the like the way we going through these eliminations is to tell the audience the reason why we going through them like that because people got eliminated quick.
They did.
And yet, in a blink of an eye, people will get eliminated. Robert Roode, Shinsuke, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people will get quick eliminations, and it made this match seem a lot faster than the women match.
It did. It did. Because it was a lot of it was like a lot of fast eliminations out there. Because like even kind of after that, what 29, Randy Orton, huge hometown pop,
Yeah,
which he just starts RKOing people. Big E immediately gone after one RKO.
I mean, and then
That was so big.
nobody mentioned it. Nobody mentioned it. Nobody mentioned it. Nobody said anything about it. I swear to you, that's what really got me. Like nobody mentioned it. Like, hold on, Michael Cole. Hey, Pat, what's wrong with y'all? Did y'all just see Big E just go out? Oh, I guess we ain't gonna even talk about it. And that's how I felt about it the whole time. I'm like, man, hey, we ain't gonna talk about Big E just got eliminated.
Just gone like that. Just RKO and done. Just done. Done after that. Uh, and then him and Riddle, they're just RKOing everybody. I did like Riddle jumping off of Otis's back though to do an RKO on McIntyre. That looked pretty good. Then what RK Bro eliminated Otis then. And then number 30. Which honestly, I think a lot of people saw this coming. I had a feeling this was gonna happen anyways, even though I didn't really want it to happen. 30 was Brock Lesnar. And immediately he just destroyed
Every
everybody out there. He threw Riddle out. He threw Bad Bunny, F5'd him and threw him out of there then. Randy, like clothesline Randy out the ring, just taking out everyone. Took clothesline Shane McMahon out the ring. And then, it's him and Drew left. And, they tried to dodge each other's finishers. And Lesnar ended up just throwing McIntyre out and Lesnar won.
mm-hmm.
Which, the minute Lesnar came out there, I was like, yeah, he's winning. I was done. I was done.
Yeah. Hey, hey, I see. So when it comes down to stuff like that, I knew what you meant. I mean, I knew what your friend meant. Like, he didn't really like it because it was a lot of stuff in here that it was good, but it was overshadowed by a lot of bad stuff. You know, the Brock Lesnar winning the Royal Rumble. People didn't want that. I promise you, I don't think anybody in that arena wanted that. That's why that arena was silent when it happened. I don't know if you noticed that arena, you could hear a pin drop in that arena when
Oh
that
yeah, I
happened.
think they did that when Brock came out, and like they just kind of already knew what was gonna happen.
I
And
don't,
it just kind of felt like I know you want, like we talked about earlier, you already know it's gonna be Brock and it's gonna be Roman and it's gonna be a WrestleMania for the title and stuff. But did he need the Rumble?
nah, and that's what I was saying. Like it could have been another way for y'all for y'all to set up that WrestleMania match. Y'all didn't have to set that WrestleMania match with the Royal Rumble. Like the Royal Rumble needs to be for somebody who really need that rub, bro. How many rubs do Brock Lesnar need? Like, man, come on, man. The man was just a champion an hour ago.
Yeah, he
You
was
know,
WWE
like,
champion like an hour or two ago.
so why did he need this match?
And
Why?
you know, it's a lot of people, you know, we didn't even see it in this Rumble too when you think about it. It's like, I don't know what the fuck happened to Finn Balor and stuff. And you know, we talked about guys like what just from where we are. We already know they just ain't fucking with the hurt business no more. But I kind of probably expected one of them to be in there, or like I don't know, man. I got some hell. Motherfuckers thought Undertaker was coming back tonight
Because they saw backstage,
with Bad Bunny.
but I just think he was just there. You know,
It
especially
wouldn't surprise me if he was. It
in the
wouldn't
match
surprise
too.
me if he was in the ring.
Yeah, I was texting my cousin. I just think he was just there because Michelle was cool with that.
But yeah, and you know, like I said, you know, he took that picture with Bad Bunny, which you know, Bad Bunny was in it though. But you know, and stuff. But yeah, a lot of people expected him. But you know, it's like I just said, like the Brock thing. It just I don't know. I was just checked out after that. It's like you knew it was coming, and I've heard people say it before about it. But it's like you said, did he need the Rumble? Could have been someone new. And I don't know, man. I feel like this Rumble just just the guys Royal Rumble itself. It just kind of came and went by and whatnot. And like you said, the crowd just they weren't hot for the finish. They really weren't hot for it. It's like the minute they saw Brock, the minute they saw him at number 30, they knew he was gonna win. They already knew.
Yeah, uh,
And I-
it was like it kind of had that Ronda Rousey effect from earlier. Once we saw her, we knew. It's like that's how the same thing with Brock Lesnar. Once we saw him, we knew who was gonna win.
yep,
It's,
like late entries also, just like at the end of the Rumble, and they won, and that was just it was just kind of it. It just it just happened and it happened. So I don't know what they really could have did. I would have thought AJ would have made it to the end.
me too. Me
I
too.
I kind of thought that, but once they took out AJ, I was tuned out. Or like you said, Big E probably could have made it, but they just kind of took him out like it was nothing, and it just like it just kind of just like I don't know. It just felt like in the end of this whole thing, it just kind of was like That's what it was like. Yeah, Brock won, so we already know it's gonna be him and Roman for the title at WrestleMania. And you heard what they said, main event. You heard when they said he won, he will main event WrestleMania.
He was made event WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yes,
Go
of course.
back and look at it. Well, of course they were gonna main event WrestleMania. Don't know
Like
which night, but
we know he go. We know Brock is going to work main event WrestleMania. We should know that
he'll
already.
most likely win.
Yeah,
He'll win. So it's gonna happen. So like I said, I just look at this whole thing in the end. Like I kind of figured it was coming, but I wasn't really sure at the same time, and it ended up happening, and he won the Rumble and stuff. So that's kind of it. Some would say, what's with the booking, or it's gonna say, Vince with the bad booking again and stuff. And I'm not gonna be like other people that try to like, oh, he had a, because I've seen some pretty weird shit on the internet. What people trying to go with the booking because his mom had died today, to what I've heard.
Yeah, his mom had passed away last night.
Yeah, because I had heard. Yeah, I didn't know his mom was really still alive. Like 101. That's impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
And whatnot. So I'm not gonna blame that that's why Vince couldn't book. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and say shit like that. It's kind of fucked up to say.
Right.
Um and stuff. But I just look at the end of this Rumble. It's like one of those Rumbles. It's not like the 2012 one where it was like mid card, but it's like one of those Rumbles like you were waiting for a bigger surprise to happen, or just like waiting for some more important shit to happen, and it's just like it just kind of came and went by. You got a couple surprises here or there too, but it's not like you were gonna see a whole bunch of people come back or someone you haven't seen in a long time or some big important shit that was going to happen in this Rumble. It's like, Brock came, he killed everyone, and that was kind of it. You got your little surprises here and there. And, like you said, like the women's one, as all over the place as it was, we did see some interesting things and whatnot that happen or surprises and stuff. I just kind of look at the guys' Rumble. It's like it happened, but I don't know. It's just like it was like one of those highly predictable things that you weren't that excited for because you already knew.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just look at it like that. What do you think about the entire Rumble? Because I've had some people tell me they're giving it a 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 5. Just terrible.
Well, I ain't gonna give it too much better. It's two out of 5 to me, to be perfectly honest. Like I said, it's like it ain't even good enough to be in the middle of the pack. Because at first I like when they started off with that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, I'm like, all right, cool. The night should be decent there. Because they started the match. I mean, they started the night off with this. But as the night went on, I just saw myself not really paying attention to some of the matches, like the Miz and Maryse versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. I wasn't paying attention. What else I wasn't paying attention to? I wasn't paying attention to the Doudrop and Becky like that. I was on it off. I knew it was an okay match, but it was like I know who's gonna win. I just waited for the.
I low key went to get coffee during that match.
What else? I wasn't really paying attention to. Like those probably the only two, but they was marquee matches though. They was a part of the marquee matches, and I felt like it could have been better because who they chose to win. Not the women were the Rumble. I did it bad. Ronda winning. Ronda won it, and I understood she going against Becky Lynch. You know, but the the men were the Rumble. The men were the Rumble with just no. He didn't need that, and he could have got it another way.
Yeah, I get the story, but at the same time, it's like, did he really need it? Like you said, could have been another way. My opinion overall on the whole show, I'm in that 2 range, but almost like at a 1.5 at the same time. It's like, they kind of started off hot at first, with Roman and Seth. And it was a really great match. It was just the finish that was bullshit. So that was already one problem that was taken away from it. The women's one, I thought it was all over the place, like I said. And, like I said, with the business decision from Ronda, I understand. I understand why people did not like Ronda winning the whole thing just for multiple accounts of reasons. But, like I said, it's gonna be a rematch for her and Becky, of course. And, you got to look at it from a business thing. Like Ronda is still a star. We saw the pop she got out there and whatnot. So you already kind of, know why they did that and stuff with her winning the Rumble. Like I said, I didn't pay much attention to Becky and Doudrop. It's because I already knew what was going to happen. It was the cool down match. Bobby and Brock, mixed opinions. I get the story, but I just felt, I don't know. I just felt like we should have just got a regular match that was clean. I don't even want to say it was anticlimactic ending like the women's Royal Rumble, but it just like, I get it was the story to push the Roman thing with Brock, but I think people would rather just seen a one-on-one match with Lashley and Lesnar and see who just wins clean, because that's a money-making match. And like I said before, I think it should have been WrestleMania, but I get why they did the Rumble at the same time. Like I said, Edge and them, it was what it was with Edge and Miz and everybody. It was what it was. But still, like, cool down. Like the men's one, it's like, yeah, I liked it at first, but then, like you said, weird eliminations, just quick out of nowhere. It just kind of came and went by, and the ending was very predictable. The minute number 30 hit.
Yeah.
So, that's just like some quick, like, overall assumption of it. But yeah, I would probably go for like a 1.5, 2 also. It's like you had a lot of stuff hyped up, but like kind of in the end, it just kind of fell flat and went down. It had its moments here and there throughout the entire show. It's a lot of these matches, but
Yeah, and that's why I see. That's why we gave it a 2, because it had its moments. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think both of us gave it a 2.
yeah.
We couldn't
I'm
go
going
no.
more. I'm
Yeah,
damn near going to 1.5 out of 2. I mean, 1.5 out of 5.
I went 2 because it's like, because you know what I'm saying. Like we just said, it had some moments, but those moments were spoiled by the other moments that we didn't like.
True.
And so it's like, I don't know. They better. I'm not expecting much from the. I'm not expecting much for the elimination chamber. I'm not expecting much from them. Um, I
And then
don't.
again, it's like what? I'm sure it'll be at a different time, and I probably wouldn't watch that show till the afternoon because hey, they're in Saudi Arabia, so blood money. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna stay up late. I'm not gonna stay up late to watch that show.
No.
Like I'm
It's,
not. I'm not doing that. Um, and then again, I'm kind of funny. Elimination Chamber is in Saudi Arabia anyway, so it's just kind of funny. I'm like, wow, like before WrestleMania, huh? I'm like, okay. Um, so yeah, I don't expect much out of Elimination Chamber, and if I do, I still, like I said earlier, I think Bianca will win. And then again, I would have expected, if Ronda didn't come back, I would have expected Bianca to face
yeah.
Becky at
And then,
WrestleMania.
yeah, me too. Me too.
But obviously, that's changed now, and depending on what we hear next. And as for the guys winning the Rumble, not the Rumble, but Elimination Chamber, um, maybe Big E can win that.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
That,
sure on Chamber right now, so it's too early to tell. But like I said, um, we're doing a show in Saudi Arabia, so yeah, I can have an idea who I think is going to win. Saudi Arabia show Elimination Chamber. We'll see who goes on to Mania. But like I said, it's a little bit too early to tell. Yeah, I will say one thing though. Do you like these shows on Saturday they're doing now?
it just feel weird. I can't really say I like them or dislike them. It just feel weird. That's all. I just got to keep on reminding myself it comes on Saturday.
Yeah, it's they like to call it the premium live event.
Yeah, they don't even call it pay per views no more.
The premium live event. It is kind of weird having it on Saturday and whatnot. I'm just used to these pay-per-views being on Sundays. I'm just used to doing that. I even always said at one point, I said some of these shows probably could have been on Saturday, but now I see they're making every show on Saturdays now. Like WrestleMania will be a 2-night event, so that's Saturday and Sunday, which they obviously want to do that more and more now. But every other show or whatever pay-per-view, I guess they're just moving all those to Saturday now. I will say one other last thing. Were you surprised that there were any NXT people in these Rumbles?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I was very surprised. I thought at least I was going to see at least one or two, but they didn't have none in there.
I would expect the Ciampa.
Well, me too, because he man, a couple of weeks ago he was just on main event.
Yeah, but I guess him and Pete Dunne are still sticking around NXT. I would have expected maybe Breaker to come out the Rumble. Or maybe they would have sent Mandy Rose back out there, or Raquel Gonzalez, something. shit, hell, maybe even Carmelo out there, the North American champion. I can't expect to see one of these NXT guys tonight. I would expect one of them to show up, but obviously that didn't happen. So I was kind of surprised that they didn't send any of those guys out there tonight. But yeah, other than that, that's all we really got to say about this show. We've went about 2 hours at this point. So, hey, comment, subscribe, tell us what you think about the Royal Rumble. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Anything about it? I was expecting to get more people on here tonight, but obviously that did not happen for reasons I'm not going to go into right now. But hey, people, hey, priorities. That's all I'm going to say. But you got anything to leave off on? Want to plug anything?
Yeah, I want to plug my Twitter. That's about it. Yeah, just follow me at Straightface40 on Twitter. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks a lot again, Bryce, for bringing me on the show. I appreciate it.
Oh yes, no problem. Yeah, the next show will be whenever. Well, I haven't decided on that yet.
Right.
Well, whenever the next pay per view of whoever show, whatever company, we'll get to that at some point. Maybe AEW or something. I'm not sure.
That's what I was thinking about too. I was just thinking about that.
Whenever Revolution is, we'll go for that.
Yep.
We'll definitely go for Revolution then. So yeah, other than that, like I said, comment, subscribe, at Hooded Knight 890, Twitter, and peace out to everybody out there. So stopping the recording now.